Hello, friends. Welcome back to Playing Tribute to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All, of the Playing Tribute to the Phoenix Wright original trilogy of games. This is Game 2, Case 4, Final Case, Farewell My Turnabout, Part 2, Investigation. That was really weird. You know where we are. It's fine. It's good. All right. So last we left off, Maya has been kidnapped by an assassin. Or at least she discovered that he was an assassin. So that's, fun times to be had. Things are getting serious. Things are getting bad. We have been tasked as her ransom, to get a complete acquittal for one Matt Engard, who has been accused of killing his rival, Juan Corrida. But it has been addressed that maybe he's been set up because there was too much evidence, quote, too much evidence. Gumshoe is on our side. He knows the stakes. He knows that we're doing this for Maya's sake. So he's going to let us investigate. So let's jump in there. Let's get some investigation on. We got to get some good stuff if we're expected to beat this in a day. We got to get that not guilty verdict in a day, according to the assassin, the killer. Well, at least we were able to get Master Matt Engard as our client. And we know that he didn't do it, which is very important. So now what should we do? Well, the trial is tomorrow, and we only got this one chance. There's only one way to prove Mr. Engard's innocent. We have to find the real killer. Okay, let's start looking. Indeed. I believe that she is now the what-to-do ideas thing. Yeah, okay, so we can move on. To the lobby. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have to talk to Engard anymore. So it's weird that the detention center was a choice. But I don't know. Maybe we'll have to come back to him for some reason.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? You can't come in without...
Good morning.
Hold on, it's you! What's going on around here? I heard poor Juan was killed. Is that true? It's a bad rerun is what this is. Another Steel Samurai doing his most evil of deeds.
That's not entirely...
I'll have you know that I was a huge fan of Juan's. Why, oh why do all the stars I'm interested in drop one by one like flies? It's always been that way, ever since I was a little girl.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about the murder and what happened.
Don't push me, boy.
Mr. Nick? I couldn't hear everything she said because she was talking too fast. You and me both, girlie. You and me both. Miss Oldbag, could you please speak a little slower?
Don't boss me around, you spiky-haired smarty pants.
Does she even know anything about the murder? Don't you need to talk to her at all?
My dear Hammer died a year ago in that dreadful murder, and only recently did I finally find a star that makes my heart go ba-dump again.
I don't know what to say.
I ask you, why does every star I cheer for always end up kicking the bucket? Watch your words. No one's going to get away with saying anything bad about my Juan.
But I haven't said anything.
Well, I don't believe a word that woman says anyway.
Huh? What woman?
That irritating backwater girl with the afro and the horrible country accent. I mean, what is that manner of speaking supposed to be, and why does she never stop? Honestly, women these days, they don't know the meaning of the word modesty.
Speaking of never stopping, yeah, I don't think Lotta's ever gone on any of those rants. Pearls, are you thirsty?
A little.
Okay, I'll go get you some juice or something. Thank you very much.
Hey! Are you paying attention? Youngins today!
I'm guessing Ms. Oldbag heard everything from Lotta. So I wonder how much Lotta knows. I want to ask you about what happened around the time of the murder.
I don't know anything about that. I was here getting ready.
Getting ready? ready for what?
The show, of course. Well, and the press conference afterwards.
Cue mysterious music for the magical press conference.
Anyway, I don't know anything about the murder.
Ah, I see. But if you're talking about what I saw, that's different. I saw it very clearly. I'm sorry, what? What?
I saw the most important moment of the night.
And what was that? The most important moment? You don't mean...
Oh, so now you treat me with respect, you disrespectful child. When you speak to your elders, you should always be polite. Really, kids today.
Please tell me, what did you see? Dang it, old bag! Are those oh, wow. That's so many.
The murder last night was gruesome, wasn't it? But then what murder isn't?
Please don't stray onto another tangent. Please.
If you want to hear more, then show your respect and bring this lady a present.
Okay. A present. Cool. Let's go find her a present. Looks like the investigation is still in full swing. The hotel staff and the police are running around like a bunch of headless chickens.
I wonder if we can do any investigating of our own in this kind of atmosphere.
Well, gotta roll up the sleeves and try, I guess. Besides, Detective Gumshoe is on our side, so... This is where it happened, or this is where the detective was before. Hi there, Lotta.
Hey, you're here! I've been waiting for you, Mr. Lawyer.
Lotta? Hey, Mr. Copfella. The chief showed his face. What?
Arrest him! Put him on trial! Find him guilty! Give him the death penalty!
What's wrong, Lotta? Are you feeling alright? Looked here and there and up and down the mountain, but it ain't here. So why don't you just hurry up and give it back to me, you creep? What are you looking for? And why are you accusing me of stealing it? My camera! Camera! It's my lifeblood. I'm gonna die without my $700 camera. That is an expensive camera. Your camera. Look, don't lots of people say the criminal always goes back to the scene of the crime? Looky, looky, here you are. Yep, here I am, faced with a lot of trouble. Huh? I love all the puns that you can do with Lotta's name. So you lost your camera. It ain't no ordinary camera. You buy it in the store and it's $1,600 brand new. Oh, that's an expensive camera. But didn't you just say you bought it for $700? I had a nice long talk with the guy at the store. About 5 hours, I reckon. I made this itty bitty scratch on it and the manager got all huffed up in the face. Gave me his talking to and was real mean about it too. He done made me cry at that. When did you lose your camera? Last night, after the murder happened. Must have been when I was busy running around looking into things. That's when I lost sight of my dear, darling, expensive sweetie. Lotta, what did you capture with that expensive camera of yours? I don't rightly know. I snapped a shot at anything that caught my eye. So I don't remember. Besides, couldn't get anything from my big scoop. I wonder if Lotta's missing camera is connected to the murder. I'm gonna add it to the court record anyway. I love how the cost of it is listed there. Is that gonna be important? Lotta, please tell me what you know about what happened at the time of the murder. Well, from before the ceremony last night, I was hanging around here in this area. Yeah, actually I was here until around the time Mr. Engard was arrested. What were you doing here? You sure you want to school, city boy? Wherever Lotta Hart goes, there's a story to be found. A big scoop to be had. Big scoop. I told you before, I'm gonna be the best tabloid photographer this world's ever seen. Of course, that means I'm always looking for the perfect shot. I wonder what scoop she was after this time. Though, I was also on the lookout for the other stars that were here. So, maybe I wasn't here for the entire time. Always seems to be the case with you, doesn't it? Lotta, are you sure you weren't here the entire time? So you could take a picture for your big scoop? Well, maybe I was. But that's what real journalists do. I got some juicy inside info, so I thought to myself, why not get a picture for proof? What kind of story was it that you would hang around here? Oh, really? Maybe she'll tell me if I find her camera. Yep, sorry, Mr. Lawyer. Can't be telling you that. Trade secret, you know? Not again. Why does everyone have something to hide?
We've been stopped, haven't we?
Ah, yeah, take that, Mr. Lawyer. I'm glad someone around here is happy. Miss Lotta and your I rule smile. I wonder if I can go anywhere else. Oh, here we go. Suspect or victim? Let's save the victim's room for later. Because I have a feeling that's going to be like the big, like, crime scene thing. Where are we? We're in Mr. Matt Engard's dressing room. This is our client's room. May I help you with something? You're Mr. Engard's lawyer, correct? I gathered as much. I also looked for lawyers on my end, but to no avail. How did you know I'm his lawyer? You were just saying that he is your client. In a situation like this, the only person who would use such a word would be his lawyer.
Wow.
It's simple deduction, really. The trial is tomorrow, and Mr. Engard's situation is looking rather grim. So you came here. One stop in your mad dash to find clues to build his case, correct? Well, you're not totally right, but you're not totally off either.
It's really not the time to be showing off, Mr. Nick.
I am Adrian Andrews. I hate to waste time, so let's get down to business. Alright. She may be of a small stature, but appearances can be deceiving. I assume the first thing you need to know is what everyone will assume that night, correct? Yes, that is correct. And I will tell you. Before the award ceremony, I had dinner with Mr. Engard. In this very room, I might add. Dinner. What did you eat? I told you, I hate to waste time with trifling details. If you took a look at the table yourself, you wouldn't need to ask me. But she's a lot of fun with parties. When the award show was starting, I headed for Viola Hall. And after the show ended, you came back to this room? No, I had some small errands to run. I helped with the preparations in the lobby. Oh, preparations for the post-ceremony show, I guess. When it was time for the post-ceremony show, I came back to call on Mr. Engard. After that, I went to visit Mr. Corridor. And that's when you found his body, isn't it?
You really held strong through everything.
Yeah, she does seem to be mentally tough as nails. So about you and... Stop right there. Don't expect me to believe you have been talking to me without knowing how we relate. Sorry? I have no idea why Mr. Engard chose you as his lawyer. Why'd you go and say something like that?
Mr. Nick, calm down and hang in there. I'll give you a shoulder rub to relieve your stress later, alright?
Pearls is so cute. I already gave you my name earlier, but I'll add that I'm Mr. Engard's manager. His manager? Speaking of managers, did the victim, Mr. Corridor, have one? No, he did not.
He didn't?
Global Studios has a very different policy from Worldwide Studios, in that Worldwide Studios does not assign individual managers to their stars. I see. This industry is very ruthless and unforgiving. Actually, you look quite ruthless and unforgiving yourself, to your poor partner. Dragging a little girl like her to places like this, honestly.
You're wrong! I'm doing this to help Mystic Maya.
Girls, calm down and hang in there. I'll buy you a juice later, alright? Weirdest partnership ever. Let's look around. What do we got here? Dishes left over from dinner. Dinner for two. I'm sure they're Mr. Engard and Miss Andrews' plates. Looks like they had T-bone steaks. With Global Studios and T-bone steaks. It's probably probably Mr. Engard's suitcase. For someone who is only going to be here for the award show, this is a lot of stuff. Looks like he has about 3 days worth of clothes in here.
Stars really are different from us, aren't they?
What in the world? Can I not examine this? But look at this thing. It's insane. Alright, what's down here? Some samurai-looking clothes on the sofa here. I think that jacket-looking thing is called a happy. Whatever it is, I'm sure something like that would make a great souvenir. Maya would be absolutely thrilled. And we got a sword. Some sort of samurai-looking clothes on. Oh, okay. Cool. So glad that I'm finding so much information. I wonder if you know about this press conference. You were the one taking care of this the arrangements for this press conference, right?
Yes, that's right. But Mr. Engard said he didn't know about it. Is that what he said?
Huh?
Actually, I didn't know all the details either. It was a request from the publicity department. All I did was help and do what I was asked.
Oh, I see. I wonder about that. I wouldn't take her to be the type of person to do something without knowing the details. I feel like there's more here. Should I present some profiles? Did you know the victim, Mr. Korida?
Yes, I knew him. The world is such a small place, after all. Did you know about his rivalry with the Nickel Samurai?
Honestly, they were like children when it came to that. Time and time again, those two competed with each other over the most uninteresting things. If either one of them weren't so stubborn, then maybe no one would have needed to die. Got a hunch that this woman knows more than she's letting on. She must know why Juan Korida was killed. There we go. Do you have any ideas?
As to
why Mr. Korida was murdered?
why would you ask me about such a thing?
I'm just doing my job. So, do you have any ideas? This is the case of locks. This makes 10. 10 locks. Miss Andrews?
Sorry, but there's nothing more I have to add to this conversation. Is it a psyche lock, Mr. Nick?
Yes. There's getting to be more and more of these lately. Well, I'm stuck there. Back to the hallway and to the victim's room. Oh my goodness. There are so many bears.
Mr. Nick, where are we?
We're in Mr. Juan Korida's room, Burles.
Mr. Korida?
The victim. Which makes this the crime scene, too. Oh, it's you! So, what's happened? The kidnapper. Has he contacted you again? Not yet. He probably won't until we win Mr. Engard's acquittal. You doing okay, pal? Hanging in there? I just want Maya to be alright. We don't have a lot of time left, but I'm gonna help you as much as I can, pal. Can you do that? Even if we want to look around the crime scene? Just this once. Special circumstances, right, pal? I'll even tell you everything I know. But you gotta keep quiet. It's my neck on the line here. Thank you. Oh, that's right. I got you guys a map of the hotel, pal. Here you go, little missy.
Wow, you're giving it to me? Thank you.
Wouldn't want you to get lost in a hotel too big for its own good.
Mr. Nick, I got a map.
That's great, Pearls.
How sweet of him. I love Gumshoe. Mr. Nick, I can't read what it says.
Aw. That's okay. I'll help you out there, Pearls. Let's take a look. Okay, so the lobby was where the stage was. Viola Hall was where we started yesterday. And then there's Engard and Korida. The fact that it said partial makes me wonder if I'm gonna see any more. Do you know what was the cause of death? Well, technically, the final autopsy report isn't out yet, but one look at the scene of the crime should tell you, pal. The scene of the crime? Yeah, here's a picture. There's a knife in his chest. Yeah, pal, that's the murder weapon. So he was stabbed to death. They're looking at the fingerprints down in the lab right now. There were fingerprints on the knife? Yep. It looks like they're pretty sure they're Mr. Engard's prints, sir, pal. That's bad. Real bad. Why was Mr. Engard arrested? Because we had evidence on him. Evidence? Looks like the victim, Juan Corda, really put up a big fight. Yeah, one look at the crime scene and you can tell. There are signs of a struggle everywhere. Well, yeah, during the fight, his button came off. Mr. Engard said something about a button. Something like one of the Jammin' Ninja's buttons got caught in his hakama. But that's not all. What? There's a witness, pal. A witness? Who was it? Was it Lotta? Oh, it was the old lady. That's right. She said she saw stuff. I forgot. There were so many locks in between. Please, anyone but her. The prosecution has plenty of evidence to make a solid case. Not to mention, there's something at the crime scene that was a little off. Something that was a little off, as in that's for you to figure out, pal. Alright, let's try to figure it out, Mr. Nick. Let's try to figure it out. There are so many bears. Yeah, exactly. Alarm clock ones, collector's ones, stuffed teddies, plastic bottles. Pretty overwhelming. Is there a kind of bear he doesn't have? There's even a few in the trash can. Yeah, I get the feeling maybe the guy didn't really like bears. Poor teddies. It's hard to bear with all these problems. Growl. I don't think I want to bear with the problem the last case caused me. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? Nothing. Nothing at all. Computer? Is that important? It's so messy here. Girls really likes things neat and tidy, I think. There are a lot of electronic things in here that I've never seen before. Hey, Mr. Nick. Tell me what they are, pretty please. Okay, that over there is a watch. You wear it on your wrist. I know what a watch is. Oops. For a second there, I forgot I was talking with girls, not Maya. Oh my goodness. Okay. What's going on over here? Looks like Mr. Corda had dinner last night. This bottle, it's tomato juice. We had a lot of food at the award show last night. But I wonder if the stars had gone on stage after only eating a meager meal like this. What is... Oh, it's a boombox. What is... That Teddy looks really creepy. Is it just me, or are his eyes red? That's a little unnerving. Really? A mess. Bottles of cosmetics are scattered all over the floor. It's probably where Mr. Corda found his assailant. What's this glass fragment from? A flower vase, maybe? There are flowers on the floor, but I don't know what they are. You don't know much about flowers, do you, Mr. Nick? Wait a second. This thing is on the table just perfectly fine. Beautiful wine glass, and there's tomato juice in it. You know, tomato juice, I don't really like it much. There's a bottle of it on the table over there. That's probably where this came from. But doesn't it seem weird? Yes, it does, Pearl. Everything else is scattered all over the floor. She's right. The flower vase is broken and the makeup is strewn everywhere. Why is that glass the only thing that's still alright? I wonder if that has any fingerprints. Found next to the victim, filled with tomato juice and a sign is the drink. Oh, wait, is it in the picture? Yeah, it's weird. like someone poured themselves a cup of juice and then left it there upon seeing the I don't even know. This is a guitar case, I guess. A little beat up, but still usable. That's strange. The guitar isn't here. Maybe he forgot to bring it to the show? Mystic Maya. She said that the bright red guitar was the Jammin' Ninja's signature item. That is true. Huh? This guitar case is wet, but it's only wet on top of the lid. Yeah, there's no water inside the case. This is water, isn't it? Well, we know it's not tomato juice. What were we supposed to find out? What's weird? Let's see what, good old detective has to say. So about this wine glass. Ha! So you noticed it, pal. The whole crime scene was a mess, but this glass was the only thing that was untouched. You noticed that too, Detective Gumshoe? No, actually, Miss Von Karma noticed it first. Yeah, Pearl's noticed it before me, too. Hey, wait a minute! Does that mean Miss Von Karma's coming here? Yeah, she's coming. Man, you're gonna be in so much trouble, pal. I think it'd be best if you didn't bump into her here. You can bet the instant I see her, I will be running the 1,000-meter dash. Uh-oh. Isn't that the sound that happens before she comes? What's that beeping noise, Mr. Nick? I've heard this sound somewhere before. It's Miss Von Karma! Run for your lives! Whenever I hear that sound, for some reason, she pops up out of nowhere and whips me. I think of it, that did happen the last time. Sorry, I gotta make myself scarce. Later, pal! Ow! Too late. At last, you reveal your true nature, Mr. Phoenix Wright. It would be too much to ask for you to be nice to me for a change. So, you're the type to steal information from pitifully hopeless detectives. That's very dishonorable of you. Ow! Hey, don't you dare run around, Scruffy Mick trench coat. I didn't think the detectives of this country could be this pitiful. Ah! Detective, come over here for a second. There's gotta be against some sort of regulations. I feel better knowing that at least you were man enough to face your punishment. He was so scared, he just froze up on the spot. Mr. Phoenix Wright, you have soiled my perfect prosecution record. I'll never forget that. This time, victory is mine. Victory is yours? Is that all this means to you? What? Come, Scruffface. The investigation briefing is about to begin. Yes, sir. This isn't over yet. I swear on my family's honor. Your family has no honor! What did she throw at me? What's this? Well, I guess this means I gotta get back to the precinct now, pal. If you ever need me, come down to the Criminal Affairs Department, alright? And if you can, try not to let Miss Von Karma see you. That's fair. Wait. The thing that she threw at me, was I supposed to pick it up? Where? Oh, there it is. I see it. Because it didn't add to my court record, so I think I need to actually pick it up. Mr. Nick, what's this piece of paper? It's called an autograph. Autograph? It's got Mr. Corrida's name written on it, so it's his autograph. I can't read it at all. To be honest, I've never seen writing that looks like this. It's a special way of... Oh, sorry, that was still Pearl. I've never seen writing that looks like this. It's a special way of writing called cursive. Lessons with Phoenix Wright. Look here. See how it says to my dearest Wendy in more normal letters here?
This sloppy, unreadable writing? It's crazy and cruel to give this to someone.
Hold on. Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before. I think we might have a certain thing that we need to give a certain person. A certain gift, perhaps? Oh, Mr. Wright, how are you? Mr. Powers, have you been here the entire time? Yeah, people connected to the murder aren't allowed to go home, let alone leave. Poor guy. Can you tell me a little more about the Nickel Samurai TV show? Okay. The Nickel Samurai is an action hero program aimed toward kids. It's the sequel to the Steel Samurai. See. This time, there are 3 samurai brothers, Aluminum Samurai, Tin Samurai, and of course, the Nickel Samurai. It's a love Y in Neo Tokyo. Wait, what? A love what? A love Y. This girl, Sayo, works at the tea shop, and all 3 guys fall for her at the same time. Oh, I guess the Y shape is like 3 brothers colliding over this one girl. Anyway, Sayo is actually the daughter of the evil Strawberry Clan's leader. Sounds like an unusual situation, like Romeo and Juliet times 3. Yeah. Strange thing is, this sort of forbidden love story is really big with the office ladies. Yes, Pearl? What happens next? I want to know. Miss Sayo. Does Miss Sayo fall in love? She does, doesn't she? Every Sunday at 8 a.m. I'm going to stop watching Kids Masterpiece Theater, starting this week. I can't believe she's really considering it. Also, what happens to the show with all of this craziness? Because Steel Samurai was canceled after all of its craziness. What's the Jammin' Ninja TV show like? It started from a remake of an old movie, to tell you the truth. Jammin' Ninja is like the samurai shows aimed towards kids. It's the story of a ninja who can't climb a wall, but became a big pop star. What? Is the thing on his head, like the shuriken on his head, is it supposed to be like the crazy spiky blonde hair of Rockstar-ness? I'm looking at this in a whole other way now. He was really lousy ninja. Absolutely couldn't do any ninja things right at all. But boy, could he sing! With his trusty bright red guitar in hand, he took the ancient world by storm. Ninja with a bright red guitar. And then the final fight in front of his beloved Princess Misola. Jammin' versus Muromaki 5. Suddenly, our brave hero catches a not-so-jammin' cold the night before Battle 3. Yeah, that's too bad for him. Yeah. But this kind of pop music-based love story is something high school girls really like. Yes, Pearl? What happens next? I want to know. The Jammin' Ninja. Will he be able to sing? What about Princess Misola? Every Sunday at 8 a.m. What show should I watch? I can't believe she's really considering it. What do you know about the manager? Hey, there's Ms. Andrews. She's Matt's manager. Actually, I was interested in her for a little bit. Just a little. So Mr. Powers likes this type of woman. What do you know about Ms. Andrews? Oh my gosh. Well, see, here's the thing. I don't really know her, you know? There's sort of a small rumor going around about her right now. A rumor? If you're interested, I can give you a little bit of the details. He's so happy. He looks like a lion that's just found his next meal. Please do, give me the gossip. Would you mind telling me about this gossip? Oh, so you're interested in it too? Figured you would be. Yeah. I have such a weakness for celebrity gossip too. Oh really? You too, huh? I don't really think it's about celebrity gossip as much as I need to know about these people related to the murder. Take a look at this! Looks like a tabloid Miss Oldbag would read. Alright, let's see here. Jammin' Midnight Rendezvous. To the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss A.A. You see now, don't you? What? You can stop pretending to be in the dark, Mr. Wright. Juan Corrida didn't have a manager of his own. Which means if we're talking about a certain manager with the initials AA, Adrian Andrews. Yep, exactly. This is big news. That seems kind of odd. That woman, Miss Andrews, together with the biggest rival of her client. It's that wonderful thing that can only happen between two people.
Mr. Powers looks so happy.
Charles is just following along, not having any idea as to why he's smiling. Well, like the saying goes, one man's garbage is another man's treasure. Superstar in an ultra-hot, mega-secret love scandal. Reliable sources say that Juan Corrida has been getting in close with the mysterious and beautiful manager to the stars, Miss AA. Anything else you have to say about this? Guess not. Alright, what about, this? Because nobody seems to know. They called this so suddenly that something about it just seems off, you know?
You mean the press conference?
Yeah, he said there's something I'd like to confess if I win. I heard he faxed his request for a conference in the office only yesterday.
Yesterday? That is kind of sudden.
But I guess his manager set everything up somehow, so he was lucky. Nice manager. Should I present them? I'll just do it. No, okay. Alright. I wonder if... It's weird that it didn't do that thing that happens whenever you're on the right track and it does the intro thing. Let me do one more thing with him and make sure that I'm on the right track here. Cool. Then we're just gonna go. We're just gonna talk to Oldbag. Because I actually kind of have some remembering of what I'm doing here. Alright, I'll be honest with you for now. Then please tell us what you saw.
But oh, what a waste. And here I have this perfectly good chance to have a little fun at you youngins' expense. Because I am a little devil, after all.
Doesn't that imply you aren't a good person? Alright, I'll give you what you want. You want this, right?
That's Juan's autograph.
Yes, it is.
And it even says to my dearest Wendy on it. That's me, right? Right?
One could only imagine.
My name is Wendy Oldbag, so that Wendy has to be me, right?
Well, it may say Wendy, but somehow I don't think Juan had this Wendy in mind when he signed it.
Oh, please give it to me. Let me have it, please.
I can't let you have it. Just like that.
Yes, I know. Then how about an exchange?
Wow, she must really want this autograph.
My offer isn't good enough for you? Fine, Mr. Wright, you win. Wendy Oldbag, ready to open up her heart. All for my dearest Juan.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So not as many locks as it seemed. That was more like one. Wendy dearest. Oh my goodness. So, what did you witness?
I feel bad for you.
Huh?
I tell you, I saw him that night. I saw him coming out of Juan's room.
You're kidding.
Oh no. It was about 10 minutes before Juan's body was discovered. It was just a coincidence. I was on my way to the toilet, minding my own business.
And did you tell that to the police?
Well, of course. I thought I could get a gift certificate or 2 out of it, maybe more. Gift certificate? I've been recruited again for that part of the trial. You know, the trial tomorrow. Oh, she's a witness. This time you're going to get it. I'm going to work hard to get your client pronounced guilty. And Mr. Engard hasn't done anything bad. I don't care about details like that. I know he did my dear poor Juan in. I just do. That yellow-bellied chicken. A yellow-bellied chicken? I wonder what that would look like. I trust my senses. I know when someone did something bad, and I say he did it. What did Mr. Engard ever do to her to deserve this?
What did Mr. Engard ever do to you to deserve this?
You don't know. That guy, he framed my Juan. He created that scandal that plagued poor Juan. Mr. Nick.
What is it?
What's a scandal?
Oh, I'll tell you about that after we get home, okay?
Poor Juan, led astray by the wiles of that vile temptress. Mr. Nick, what do the vials and wild temptress mean?
How about we just listen to what Miss Oldbag has to say for now, okay, Pearls? So, Miss Oldbag, who is this woman you're talking about?
Adrian Andrews, of course. Who else? That guy, he shoved the girl onto Juan on purpose. His own manager.
Oh, his own manager? But why?
I thought lawyers were smart. It was to create a scandal to make Juan lose face. That girl drove Juan into a scandal that dragged his reputation through the mud.
Sounds like a pretty standard definition of a scandal to me. Why do you know about that anyway, Miss Oldbag?
I am one of Juan's biggest fans. I'm always out there gathering information. There's nothing I don't know.
Do you have proof of that Mr. Engard did what you say he did?
Next week's issue of a certain magazine says so.
Yeah, of course, a tabloid.
Next week, doesn't that mean it's something people don't know about yet?
Why would Miss Oldbag have information like that? And where did she get it? Okay, the only other thing connected with tabloids would... Oh my gosh. No, she does not. Would be a certain country bumpkin that she hates. Okay, then never mind. I don't know whether I got any information from her. Did I get information from her? Oh my gosh. Okay, fine. Alright, Lotta wants her camera. Adrian won't talk about something. I don't remember what she won't talk about. It's been oh my gosh. What am I trying to talk to you about? Motive. Okay, she won't talk about motive. Lotta wants her camera. Adrian needs proof that I know something about motive of her murder. And I think I've gotten everything I could from Wendy. So, let's see if the detective can help me? Maybe? I don't know.
It doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here.
Great. Now even Pearls is calling him Scruffy Detective. Thanks, Franziska. They said something about the investigation briefing earlier, right? We'll come back and try again later.
I guess that's all we can do.
Okay, so maybe I do have to go to the detention center. He's in for questioning. I'm not going to be able to talk to him. Ah, the lawyer dude. So what'd you find out? Well, I'm still in the middle of the investigating. I see. I've already told you everything I know, dude. Let's make sure of that. Can you tell me about your activities last night? After I got the award, I took a break and went back to my room. I had that post-ceremony stage show to do. So I was in my Nickel Samurai costume. And you were alone the entire time. My manager was running around being busy, so yeah. Because of the press conference you were supposed to have after the show. I told you, dude, I have no idea about any press conference, alright? Strange, the Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. Anyway, when I was leaving my room, that's when I noticed it was kind of noisy. Mr. Corridor was already dead at that time. I feel like this is all stuff that we got last episode. Yeah, it's as if she runs this life. Okay. detective in the green coat showed up, searched me, found the button. About you and the victim, Mr. Moncordo. What sort of... It's got nothing to do with anything. Yeah, this is all stuff we've heard before. So, it's just recapping. Because this is the stuff that we talked to him about before we... before we threw the bag of Tamara at him. So let's see what this is all about. What do you think about this article? You're talking about her thing with Juan? I always thought she was a bit careless in the way she handled it. And that's it. That's it! Tell me about your manager. Did you meet her? Yep. What do you think? Strong woman, right? She takes good care of me. You're such a mama's boy. Look, dude, I didn't kill him. I mean, the Nickel Samurai kicked the Jammin' Ninja's butt, right? So it's not like I felt threatened by the likes of him. Being rivals sounds like a sad way to relate to another person. What about the old lady? Does he have anything to say about Wendy Oldbeck? No, it's... Anything about Will? I've seen him somewhere before. Is he a member of my fan club? That's Mr. Powers. Isn't he supposed to be kind of like a mentor to you? Powers? Oh yeah, he's the guy on that kid's exercise program. I gave him an autograph just the other day. He doesn't see Mr. Powers as a mentor at all. Poor Mr. Powers. What about Lana? Nope. Alright, well... You know what? You're a security lady. What do you know about the camera? Nothing. Cool. You know what? I wonder if Miss Adrian Andrews has something to say about that tabloid. Let's find out, shall we? I'd like to ask you about this. I told you, like the trifling matters. Waste time showing things that are no relevance to me. It is relevant to you. Sigh. Okay. She solved the crime. Double sigh. You know what? You want a big scoop? Cool. I honestly... I just bought that camera. Who did it? Thieving rascal. Please don't look straight at me when you're saying that. When I find the bugger who went and done this, they're gonna pay with a bullet. If you do that, don't expect me to defend you. Hey, what's that? Press conference ticket? How come I ain't got myself one of them? Please don't direct your anger at me. Why in tarnations wasn't I invited to that? How come someone on the bottom of the popularity chart like you got the info? But not me. Info like that is worth nothing to you. Am I right or what? Is that the kind of person she thinks I am? Are you going to stand there and take that, Mr. Nick? Guess so. Okay, alright. Let's present a Magatama. Maybe something's gonna happen here. Maybe the evidence I was trying to show her is actually going to be more helpful against the locks. Lotta, will you please answer my questions? On the night of the murder, why were you loitering around the victim's room? I told you, didn't I? My scoop. What I want to know about is the details of the scoop. That's not something I can tell you. I mean, that there's my bread and butter. Alright then, unpleasant tabloid photographer looking for a scoop. I'm going to say that you were looking into a scandal. Could it be that you, Lotta Hart, were looking for a break with a huge story? Perhaps an unfolding scandal between Juan Corrida and this person? Oh yeah, this is going to be easy. We're good. Take that! This woman. She's Adrian Andrews, Matt Engar's manager. The Nickel Samurai's manager caught secretly meeting with his rival, the Jammin' Ninja. It would be the hottest story of the season, wouldn't it? You're pretty good at this guessing thing, Mr. Lawyer. But you can't just make up any old thing and think it'll make to the papers. You gotta have backup. Yep, and I got it. You gotta have that what's it? Nuisance. News sauce. What? You mean news source? That's it! Show me something that shows that one guy had something with Mrs. Andrews. Take that! See, I'm forgetting how to play. I need to present the evidence after I present the Magatama. That's just that's how it goes. This is the article from a certain weekly tabloid, Jammin' Midnight Rendezvous. To the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss A.A. Mr. Corrida didn't have a manager of his own. What's more, his rival, Mr. Engar's manager, Adrian Andrews, she has the initials AA. You saw this article and then thought to take some pictures of them as proof. That's why you were lurking around Mr. Corrida's door last night. So what did you find, Lotta? What did you find? You were looking into Mr. Corrida and Mrs. Andrews' affair, weren't you? You got it! I was gonna get myself a scoop by catching him in a secret meeting. But there's already an article about it in one of the weekly tabloid magazines. It's no longer breaking news. What'd you just say? Her initials are AA. What kind of vague thing is that? That ain't no proof of nothing. People are gonna want to see real proof. Well, at least I do. So that's what I was doing, getting photos. Oh. I'm gonna whip up the reader's interest with some gossip and a little misleading. Then spice it up a little and have myself an exclusive story. Wow, a lot of nice journalistic integrity you got there. I already finished writing up my spicy article, you know. But paper I wrote it on. My note to myself is gone. Your note to yourself? It was inside the case of my $1,600 camera. They done run off together. I came here for my big story. Didn't come here to have my treasure disappear on me. Yeah, I understand. It's enough to make a gal go bonkers, I tell you. What was with people now, anyway? I never thought I'd see the day when someone does steal something from me. You really want that note back, huh? I have no idea why, though. The story on that note is probably a full-faced lie. Okay, so that's important. Stolen tabloid article was in the case. I wonder if I should go into the criminal affairs department now. Also, do you know anything about this? No. I mean, he was around, you know, he could have seen who killed who killed the camera. Waha. Oh goodness. Yes. All right. Detective Gumshoe said they had an investigation briefing.
Yeah. Oh, he's back.
Hey, so you came, pal. Why the blunt greeting? Because there's nothing to be friendly or happy about? What do you mean by that? Well, things look perfect this time around. The evidence and testimony are airtight. But we can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive. Positive. Airtight evidence. How are we doing here? So what do you mean the evidence was airtight? I can't give you all the details, pal, but there's two big pieces.
Two?
Both of them are in this photo. Okay. The fingerprints on the knife. The button. First is the button that's missing from the victim's chest. That's the button that you found during your body search, Mr. Engard. Yep, found it in the folds of the Nickel Samurai's special pants. And the second one is the knife in his chest, pal. Fingerprints on the knife in his chest, to be exact. Fingerprints. Do you really need to ask? It's obvious. They're Matt Engard's. Tomorrow's trial. Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. So what about this airtight testimony? It's Wendy Oldbag, right? It's that old security lady, Miss Oldbag. I thought so. What do you mean you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal? Well... I even told her not to open that mouth of hers and blab to it. Her blab knob is stuck on 10. There's no turning it down, trust me. Yeah, well, Miss Oldbag saw it all, pal. She saw Mr. Engard come out of the victim's room around the estimated time of death.
No way!
Anything about this, glass? Stuff in that glass is tomato juice, pal. Tomato juice. Heard the victim really loved this stuff. Favorite drink in the world. His favorite drink? First time I've heard that. I wonder how important that information is. What can you tell me about the guitar case? Oh, that. This is just what I heard, pal, but that's the Jammin' Ninja's signature item.
But the guitar wasn't in his hotel room.
Yeah, we looked for it too. It's not normal for a person to forget to bring their most famous item to an award show. It's starting to sound like that. Oh, sorry, it's starting to sound like that red guitar is related to this case after all. I'm pretty interested in that bit of gossip ourselves. Scandal with Mr. Corrido? Why? Well, 2 years ago, a woman committed suicide. That's new information. Her name was Celeste Pax. And she was Juan Corrido's manager. The victim's manager. But that's not all, pal. Miss Impax was Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. She taught Miss Andrews everything she knew about the business from square one.
Mentor?
A woman who was both Mr. Corrido's manager and Miss Andrews' mentor. Her suicide has something to do with this case. Do you want to know more about her, pal? I mean, the more information, the better. She's the victim's manager and was also Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. It's been 2 years since her suicide, and now those two are linked again by another death. Or maybe it's just a coincidence, but... Oh, no!
Oh. I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another.
Miss Von Karma!
You can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you? I don't need a traitor in my midst.
You don't mean...
I do, Scruffy. You have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye.
That's... Oh, wait, please wait, sir. If I don't get this month's pay, I'll... Quiet! If it weren't for the traitors like you, I would have won. Is that what you want to say? Who? That voice. Edgeworth. Hey, who said he was dead? Certainly wasn't anyone in this game. Also, I'm just gonna stay a moment and listen to this music because Edgeworth's theme is great. I love it. Okay, moving on. It's been a long time, right?
This is Mr. Edgeworth?
What am I going to do? Still blaming others when things go wrong. You haven't changed a bit, Francisco. That's a new sprite for him. A little smile. You. How dare you show your face to me without a shred of shame upon it? You've soiled the Von Karma name and dragged it through the mud. Run away with your tail between your legs like the ill-bred dog you are. Jeez. Are you talking about the Von Karma family creed? To be perfect in every way. Then let's hear it, Francisco. How are things going? I hear you are having a rough time maintaining perfection in this country. You! You seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back. Keep your assumptions to yourself. I haven't given in yet. I won't lose. This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Never. Mr. Phoenix writes, I will see you tomorrow. In court. It will be a clinical lesson on the meaning of total victory. Still the same wild mare she always was. We're gonna address the issue that Phoenix apparently has with you? No? Okay. I thought you, the prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died.
Mr. Nick?
I never wanted to see you again. Oh, we are gonna address it. Great. I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year. Are you going to run tomorrow's trial? You heard her, right? That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. But I will say one thing. You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow. What's that supposed to mean? I have something definitive that you lack. And that's the definition of teamwork. It's the power to find the truth. The truth. In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel a need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. Just what is going on inside his head? A lot of things may have happened, however, Manfred von Karma is still my mentor. And a perfect win record is proof of von Karma. 1 year ago, you could not establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? To think your motivation for prosecuting trials was so selfish. It'd been better for everyone if you never came back from the dead, Edgeworth. Jeez. I see. Then let me ask you something. Why do you stand in the courtroom? What is your reason? Cool as a cucumber here, Edgeworth is, even in the face of whatever craziness Phoenix is spewing. Well, I stand in court. Well, if it was Francisca, she would almost definitely say, I will defeat you this time, the instant you saw me. But the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client. To save their lives. To save your client, you say. Those who think only of their own ego-driven goals? Those kinds of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you are a prodigy. Or someone like you, Edgeworth. It looks like there's still a lot you have yet to learn. A lot I have yet to learn? Me? Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see is coming soon. more to say to you. I mean, I can imagine. Looks like Miss Andrews isn't here. That's not good. I still have a few questions I want to ask her. And she has that psyche lock on her heart, right? Well, we don't have much of a choice. I guess we'll have to come back later. Well then. Maybe we gotta go to the detention center. I haven't heard music again. Huh. Okay, alright. As much as Nick is being antagonistic, Edgeworth did say that he could help us. So maybe get more of the information that Gumshoe was trying to tell us? Ah, yes. Thank you. Okay. This woman is another key to the case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago. But suddenly she was called away by production and became Juan Corrida's manager. And then, a few months later, Celeste Impax died. But her death was a suicide, right? Yes. But there's still one riddle left unsolved. A riddle? Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it. Suicide note that just vanished. There we go. That's the fourth one. Miss Impax's death was most certainly a suicide. Of that there is no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had the suicide note. But how do you know Miss Impax had even written such a note? There was no solid evidence. However, we did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high. But who would hide such a thing? The police think it was Mr. Juan Corrida himself. The victim? He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide her suicide note. Mr. Corrida hid his own manager's suicide note, but why? As long as her note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think we should look this over. This is the suicide report. Part 1. Part 1. Is that it? That's all we get? Ah, okay. Now that I have more info, maybe I can talk to Adrian. Though I can't imagine. Usually they're more evident about whether you need to talk to them again. Because I've talked to I did his full 4. Right? What's she look like? Actually, wait. Give me some info. No. Dude, she needs her camera. I wonder if, I just did this? No. Poor guy. Yeah, see, I have everything from her. I don't think that I can... Now here's the thing. Old Bag has stolen a camera before. Right? Let me... Okay. Maybe if I just present the thing that he just gave me, he'll give me more information. I don't like to look through reports. I like suicide reports unless, worst of all, are the reports that have multiple parts like that one. That has two. Oh, so he's gonna give me the second one because I showed him the first one? Seriously. Seriously. Really? Really, game? Really? Why did you not just give me both? She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try and kill herself. I think she's a strong career woman. That's just her image. Adrian Andrews. She has a certain secret she's always trying to hide.
Secret?
Her codependency. That's the key word. Codependency. The word most unsuited to describing that woman. Please, tell me. So how are Adrian Andrews and codependency related? Adrian Andrews' attempted suicide was a few days after the death of Celeste Impax. And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Quite possibly because she had lost her will to live. Lost her will, but why would she? Her pillar of strength, her mentor, Celeste Impax, was gone forever. That's why. Why would that... Is this what they call following someone to the grave? After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She's a person who looks for someone she can trust unconditionally, and when she finds that someone, she blindly follows them. Without someone to guide her, she feels uneasy and can't carry herself through life. And that's her codependency. When Celeste Impax suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. Then that means her super confident attitude is all a facade. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together. How terrible. Alright, so part 2. Should I present this to you too? No, I think that that's it. I can tell by the music change. Right? Unless I'm just gonna run around in circles this entire time. I'm gonna run around in circles this entire time. Third time's a charm. Hey. She's back. Let's talk to her. About really harsh things. Looks like she's talking to someone. That's Franziska von Karma.
Miss Von Karma?
What are you doing here? Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so you've got some nerve following me around. Following you?
That's you, Miss Von Karma. You're the one doing the following.
Yeah, because I've only been here 3 times. I think you must have followed me in one of them.
You're always following after that Mr. Detective with the little beard.
Me? Following after Scruffy. Don't make me laugh. I'll show you something interesting. Little girl.
What is that?
An electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on that detective. And with this, I know that fool's every move. So that noise we heard was the receiver. I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now. I mean, I have been feeling sorry for him. Now then, Let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood. All right. What were those two talking about? Miss Andrews, she seems a little dazed, doesn't she? Hey, Adrian. Can we talk? I'm gonna have to go right to the Magatam, aren't I? Take that! I don't know about this. I mean, I've been going for well over an hour, so I have to be ready. And it's allowed me to come into this room and talk to her, so I have to be ready. Why was Juan Corrida murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Engard's life in danger by your actions? Why do you ask questions for which I have no answer? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Corrida. You were not that close. That's right. I've never been good at being intimate with another person. You are not good at being intimate with another person. Somehow I highly doubt that. Shoot. It's the magazine clipping at this point, right? Because it's the I was not close with him. We're not talking about Celestia. Take that! Yeah. You and Mr. Corrida had an intimate relationship, did you not? A silly third-rate tabloid article. If you even had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish. Well, it seems quite a few people bought into the story. As to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars. Note to self, stay on her good side. In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that. I see. However, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone? Me, need to get close to Mr. Corrida, as if there was ever such a need. Didn't you get close to Mr. Corrida for this person's sake? There it is. Take that! Celeste Impax, your mentor. Why do you know about Celeste? Miss Impax, she committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. Ooh, she's beginning to crack. Right before her death, she was Juan Corrida's manager, so I believe you got close to Mr. Corrida so you could find out more about her suicide. You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckraker for a future third-rate tabloid. Wow, muckraker. Miss Andrews. There was no mystery surrounding her death. None. It wouldn't be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship with it for nothing. Is there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved. I think it's this one first. No mystery, yeah. The clue was there's no mystery, so the suicide note goes first. Take that! Miss Impax's suicide note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Corrida. Juan? And Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That's why you became intimate with Mr. Corrida. I've sat by quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor, however, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. That's the impression you'd like to give, however. I don't think that's who you really are. What? I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste's Impax was someone very special to you. Miss Andrews, you went through it too, didn't you? Went through what? A suicide. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help and you live by yourself. Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember. However, that is just a lie, a facade. You've always searched out people on whom you can depend on. That's... You were dependent on Miss Impax, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had. Stop! When Celeste passed away, so suddenly like that, I died a death of my own. But, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note. You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Korda of hiding Miss Impax's note. You heard about it and thought to recover it from him by getting close. Am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes. What do you mean? What topic did we start this conversation on again? It was why was the victim killed? Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one most likely to want Mr. Korda dead. Me? Miss Impax was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder. Murder? Aw, it's true. I am a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all of that, though. I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth. Miss Andrews, this one thing, it's the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret, mine and mine alone. I'm sorry. You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you? Please, Miss Andrews, all I want to know is the truth. After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note, and that someone was Juan Korda. Celeste, without her, I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me. So you got close to Mr. Korda to recover her suicide note, correct? Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it? Like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. If they purposefully add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. I just noticed that this is a very, very slow rendition of the Samurai theme song. That is actually really working for the mood. It's like a tranquil kind of... interesting. But as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so I understand. Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide, I'd like for you to keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, if people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than to live. All right, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, I guess she's always thinking type. She never says anything carelessly, it seems. Thank you very much. Mr. Nick, can I ask you something? What is it? Miss Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back. That card? Yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding? Huh? Oh, this? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag. What is it? It looks like a seashell. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from. You're not remembering something clearly? Sounds like it would be a rare occurrence. Well, I must be off. I'll leave Mr. Engard in your capable hands. She's so cute. Look at her little face. Well, I think we've gathered about all we can.
What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright?
Oh, Pearl, she looks so worn out by all this. She hasn't slept at all. She's been walking all over the place with me today.
What's wrong, Mr. Nick?
Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right?
Oh, no. I'm okay, really. I'm fine. I really am.
You don't look fine to me. You're just leading me back to the office, so I guess I'm gonna go back to the office. Unless I'm stopped on the way. Which I'm not. Home again, jiggity jig.
So, what now?
Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive.
You mean Miss Impact's suicide note?
That's right. She's also the one to discover the victim's body. Clever. Oh gosh.
Mr. Nick, the transceiver!
Hello, this is the law office of Wright & Co. Mr. Attorney, you're not answering the phone. Maya, where's Maya? As I promised, I have not come within a few feet of her this whole time. Phew. Which is why, she is absolutely vanished. What? So I suggest you make a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost. Wouldn't you agree? Wait, Maya, let me hear her. Very well. Ask my... Maya, is that you? Sis! Ask my sis! Maya! He cut me off.
Mystic Maya said, ask my sis, didn't she?
Sis, what does she mean by that? Come on, Phoenix. You're a hopeless one. Sorry. Ah! Mia, that was fast. I expected a little bit more timing, a little bit more dialogue before that happened. I have a message from Maya, so come, ask me anything you want about her. This is a long part. We're at almost an hour and a half. We're still going strong here. Alright, what's going on? How's Maya? She's safe, for now. That kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems. I'm glad to hear she's safe. But Mia, how do you know? As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left, and I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could. I didn't know you could do spirit channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. The kidnapper, what's he like? I don't know. Apparently Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there. And? She didn't see the face of her attacker. Ugh. Maya is locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her. When you were with her. Alright, switching perspectives again, but this time it's Mia's perspective, I guess, technically? I'm starving. I could really go for some apple pie. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not going to die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now. I know the obvious thing, I just want to look at everything else. What's this? It feels like there are a lot of glass bottles here. And these, they feel like barrels. I'll pass. Too bad I'm really hungry and not really thirsty. All sorts of things piled up here, but it's too dark to see. Okay, so she can't actually see what we're seeing. It's just making us... That would actually be interesting, though, to just have to maneuver around a completely dark room. Oh, the door's locked. Plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard, then click, they magically open the door. I wonder if there's a card like that around here I can use. Oh, well now we'll just have to look at this obvious thing on the floor. Someone dropped a card here. Kind of looks like a business card. There's no name on it. Oh gee, that's familiar. It's a picture of a seashell, I think. What a strange card. That's it! This shell card. If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here. I have a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius. Alright, now, if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. I did it. Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting, or worried. Oh gosh. Oh man, I thought we would see what was beyond the door. Man. So, I guess this is actually... No, it would have to be beforehand. Because she's telling us what she saw. So, Maya's point of view is still in the past. Whereas everything with Nick is just going on. Oh boy. Well, there you have it, part 2. I think that means that we're in the trial tomorrow, because I can't imagine us doing any more investigation. So I think it's trial time in the next part. So hopefully we've gathered enough information, gotten everything that we need to succeed. Yeah. I should probably cut off and not ramble on too much longer because this was a long one. So thanks for sticking around. And see, I've even lost the ability to talk. Anyway, thanks for sticking around, and hope you have been enjoying. And I will talk to you guys next time.